But the other thing, and the other reason that they don't allow or even encourage us to share information about is because some subject matter are considered very evil, and to talk about them, you give the evilness power and power of influence. And so they kind of discourage us on talking about such things. But I believe that people need to know certain things. And about one of those subjects is one of the holy people, we are told, way back in the first world and in the second world. He was a holy being, just like all of the holy people. And there had to be people in charge, even way back then. And so there were select people or beings in that we refer to now in this the third world. We refer to those people as holy people. And so there was one that was among the other people that were considered holy people, and he wanted to do certain things. And the other holy people would not agree with him and would not consent to what he wanted to do. And so the story is told about this one being, and he became known as Yeishjin, or the Black Yei, or the Black Holy Person. And it is that because he wasn't getting people to agree with him, he threw a temper tantrum. And he set fire to that world. Now, this setting fire to the second world is what I understood this problem occurred. But some say it was in the first world. But I think it was probably in the second world that Yeishjin threw a temper tantrum. And at the whole chin is the way that they say he became very angry. And Ndi Chua is a very important word, because today in the world that we are in the third world, we have a ceremony that's called Huichuaja, which is to say that is to say that when we become a disagreeable person and we do things contrary to the ways that the holy people intended for us to experience existence, that we go against the very teachings of the holy people. And if you avoid that and you stray away from it, you do it because so there's a ceremony that's called Huichuaja, and but we understand the other word that is used to kind of make us better understand Huichuaja is to say it is an evil way, or the bad way, or the not the good way. And the Huichuaja is a ceremony that I don't even like to sit through. I don't enjoy that ceremony. Maybe it's because there's so much information that's lacking about it, or maybe it's because some of the ceremonies and portions of the ceremony are not something I believe that should be performed. Because in parts of the prayers and parts of the songs on that, they ask that that person or that patient be allowed to put their hands where the evil Yei puts his hands, or to stand in the footprints of that evil holy person. And so the songs and prayers are said in that way. And to me, that's not right, to ask to be put in the same position as this evil Yei, or Yeishjin. Or he has another way of being referred to. Bich'idi is sometimes the way that they describe him, Bich'idi. And so even today, if we were to refer to something in the form of a devil, Bich'idi, and such words as that are what is used to refer to that Yeishjin. And Yeishjin, as I've mentioned, is the black holy person. And he came about because he couldn't get people to agree with him, so he set fire to, in my interpretation, the second world. And so everybody had to make plans to abandon that second world because that fire is still raging. And so we have that condition. But Yeishjin, one of his great powers is to have power over our physical senses of the sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing. And so he deceives us with these particular powers that he has over our senses. And so we have to be very careful on the things that we see and the things that we hear and smell, touch, and taste. Because Yesh Gene or Bichindi or has these powers over those particular senses and feelings and that. And so it is that we can be deceived by any one of those senses and that we have. And the thing that we are told, Atachaniv is the word that I would use, is that we can be deceived by looking at certain things and actually seeing it with our two eyes, and we can be deceived. Or by listening to something, then it can be deceiving. And by touching something or smelling it and tasting it, we can be deceived. And we can also begin to use that deception in our lives, and it becomes habits that are not good. And the power that Yesh Gene has over the physical senses, they give false signals to things to say, this is joy, this is happiness, this is confidence, this is peace. But in his way, we are told that he cannot make that feeling and those conditions permanent. They are temporary. So it is that whatever you see or smell or touch or taste or hear, they might bring pleasure for a moment, but then that fades. And so we have to be very careful on not to be deceived by the powers that Black Yeti has over our physical senses. And it is something that we have to be very aware of today. We hear a lot of times some of the people, the older people that I have been able to meet with and sit and discuss some of these presentations we've made. And one thing that they really say, that we are losing our young people because they are listening to people that are not knowledgeable about our traditional ways and our traditional teaching. People today are teaching our young children all these misleading misinformation, referring to their own feelings and their own particular understanding of things they see, hear, smell, touch, taste, or hear. And we have to be very cautious on the things that we are told by other people that don't have our understanding of the things that our people have experienced. And so the teachings of our people are very simple, but very profound in the ways that they have come to these conclusions. So it is that Black Yesh Gene, the one that is always willing to take you astray by allowing you to listen or encourage you to listen to things that aren't true, or to see things that aren't good, or to touch things that aren't good for you, and to smell and taste and all these senses, and that he has special control over. And so those are the things. The thing that is dangerous about all of this choosing of identity that is not important is the evil one. The evil one wants to destroy your true identity, that you are the child and the offspring of holy people and sacred beings. And those sacred beings, they give you a lot of potential. They try to point out all of the possibilities of the things you can become or be. And it is that in this world, the third world, the yellow world, that we have the opportunity to make choices and to live a life and make our life so that we are doing things that are acceptable to the holy people. And there are many things that we need to do. But when we have our identity and we understand our individual identity, we can do a lot better in making our life and making decisions and making wise choices. Because our identity is the one thing that is so very important. It helps us to make choices that are wise, and it helps us to think the things that are right and good, and to do the things that are right and good. And it is that with that identity, it is a very powerful thing. It is a powerful thing as it affects our life and influences our thinking and our behavior. And so the evil one is always there to corrupt and to destroy anything of goodness in our life. And the things of goodness are when we have our understanding of our identity, we can have true joy, true happiness, true confidence, and true peace. But that comes about when we understand our true identity. And the evil one wants to destroy all that. He does not want us to be able to do the things that are going to make us a positive type of individual in making our life. We have so many things to be concerned with as we make our journey in this life. And it is always that we are concerned maybe about our health and maybe our education, the things that we learn. Maybe it is the things of government policy in this world today are getting along with one another as the people on the surface of Mother Earth. And it is that the evil one is the one that influences us, I think, to adopt identities that are not good, that are not true, that do a lot of destruction, and they cause contention and division. And so the identity that we have, the true identity, is that we are children of the holy people, and they expect certain things of us. And the evil one, of course, doesn't want us to do that. He wants to distract us. And by giving ourselves and choosing new identities that are strange and destructive, that cause division and contention. And so it is that if we only understood the one main identity that we have, that true identity, is that we are children of the holy people, and we are as surface beings, that is the one and only true identity that we all have. And if we understood that, all of the other identities and labels and that we give ourselves or that are given to us by other people, they would not matter. It has an influence on us. It's a very powerful thing. If when you know that you are the child of the holy people, if you understand that and apply it in your life, you will think good things and do good things and try to have good relationship with your relatives and the many other things that we choose to do in life. So it is that the teaching of our Dene is that to be Dene, is that you must understand your true identity. And that is told in the songs and prayers, the ceremonial proceedings, and so many other history of our Dene that tells us and tries to remind us that we are the children of the holy people. And it is that they expect certain things of us. So just a portion of the song, B'yajin nishtei, B'yajin nishtei. It is a beautiful thing, and it is repeated so many times in the various ceremonial songs and prayers. And our Dene has lost that understanding of how important it is to be Dene. Okay. Remember who you are. You are the child of the holy people. And to understand that, you have to understand at a spiritual level.